Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Sitting at 74.31. So I had a winning session last session, just over $1. But the thing is, we lost two buy-ins pretty early, and I find that when you have those sessions where you start, you fall away pretty quick. Like you lose a couple buy-ins pretty early, but then sometimes you have a tendency of making it up, and then some people might overstay it and then you start losing again. And I'd rather have just taken the win, just making sure that, we get $1 out of it at least. And, rest up, play the next game. Rest up, we didn't play yesterday. Anyway, Happy New Year, guys. So we're going to go for a steal with 5-2. Alright, I'm going to check here. I'm going to throw a half bet here. If he hasn't got a flush, he's folding. He could have a king as well, but they could be dominated there a lot of times. Maybe he could have checked there on the turn and then just go for some value on the river. But we couldn't really afford another club. Going to 4-bet queens. He's in the big blind. He could easily have ace king. If he shoves, I guess we're calling. We're not happy with it, but hopefully he's got ace king. Don't give us a heart. Give us a queen. Alright, so we missed it, unfortunately, there. I think a lot of the big blinds could have ace king as well. I mean, you probably could argue to fold there as well. I find it pretty tight to fold in that scenario, though. We could have checked there. We could have called behind. We did close the action with ace-8 offsuit. Not just being biased with the flop, it's just that we did close the action down. Got pocket fives. Can 3-bet with ace-jack offsuit. Not a bad board if we hit a 5, I guess, but I'm going to call it 10 cents. Even more so that the other guy called. Because if we do hit our card, with two others in the pot, more than likely to have the best hand there if we hit the 5s and then get paid as well. Well, they did have top pair. So someone was paying us, I think. Anyway. So we started off alright so far. Like, we've only just started replaying poker again over the last probably 2 weeks now. And we've gone up, quite a bit. And the question is, when do we go up to, the next rating? Like, 4NL or 5NL, whatever you want to call it. And the thing is, sometimes you could question yourself, right? So think of it, this is something I thought about while I wasn't playing. But let's just say we're winning a lot in 2NL. Some say it might be a waste of time, but let's just say, just for fun's sake, we played 2NL the whole year round, right? Definitely winning 2NL. So if you average, let's say if you average $2 a day, you probably average more than that, but let's say $2 a day, that's like $600, $700. That's at least over $700 for the entire year. That doesn't sound too bad if you say $700, does it? Yes, you put a lot of time in to get the $700. That's right. I'm gonna call with pocket sevens. But that's another thing too, is you can slowly go up the board. Oh, beautiful! Hit a set. The ace comes out. Hopefully, this is a double up. If he's got pocket aces, we're crying, but we're not crying. It's just the way it is. All right, if he's got ace king, he's going to start valuing us as well. If he's got hands like pocket kings, also he's going to be valuing us. Hopefully he jams here. If he's got pocket kings, I think he's checking here. Alright, so he's fallen for the trap. Hopefully he's got ace king. There, beautiful. Okay, so that makes up for the queens already. We got full value, which is nice. 3-betting king 8 suited, making a bit of a play there. Bit of a dryish board. So when I mean dryish board, it's a lot harder for our opponent to hit with queen 6-3. Like if it was queen jack 10 or something like that, yeah, after we 3-bet and he calls, it's going to hit his range a lot more. But queen 6-3, it's going to be hard for him to make a pair out of that, unless he's got top pair, obviously. You never know, maybe he's going for a set. But it's pretty hard to actually make a winning hand. And there's a lot of hands that don't hit the board, so... And we had the initiative, so why not use it? So then we take the... we see better. We've pretty much all our range. So then we do hit top pair with ace queen, and we've hit the queen, then we're going to get paid as well. But not so much in this scenario, but if you're playing just a random cashering table, you're definitely going to get people interested, and they're not going to know when you're bluffing. All right, we hit the 10. It's good enough. So, the other day we couldn't do much wrong as well. Not talking about the one where we lost 2 buy-ins early, but there was ones where there was a session there we won over like $10, and we sort of hit a vacuum. And a vacuum is just when all the chips are going your way, so you can't do much wrong. Even if you make the wrong plays, you typically still find runner or just a way to win the hand, which is nice. All right, queen 10 suited. More than happy to open that up from the button. So we go from here. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as well. Had a few people unsubscribe to my channel, which is a little bit concerning, but it doesn't really bother me. The fact that, I enjoy just doing this, and we're doing it casually anyway. We don't expect big things from the YouTube. We're just sharing our journey, and I think we've got a bit to offer, especially with some of our gameplay, especially with chess as well. But poker, I've been a winning player for quite some time, so it's not just haven't. Ever since they banned it from Australia, I stopped playing. So it was very hard for me when 2017 hit, because that's when online cancelled, and that's why I've only put a little bit of amount in. So if we do manage to make a lot of money, I have heard we can actually withdraw as Australian, and people have had no problems. So, but if we do run into problems, we've only put a small amount of dollars in this side anyway, and we're doing it out of entertainment. Just think of it this way, right? A lot of people spend quite a lot of money to go to the movies or go to a theatre, go to a show. Oh, we've pretty much spent, $30 for, so many hours of entertainment. So we're getting our money's worth, even if we don't get the money back. So, but I do intend, like I did look it up before we started playing this, and there are ways to transfer the money through the currencies, and also, go through a third-party site. So I've had, there's been a lot of noise from Australians getting their money back that way. So what we'll do is we'll worry about it once we want to withdraw. But at this stage, we want to see how high we can go. So it'd be good to actually, back in the day when I was playing on PokerStars, I did actually turn... it was like $20, and we got over $1,000. And one of my best wins was 2,500, in a local pub game when I took out 150 players. So we're not a small fry. We're not. Well, we are small, but we're a small winning player. But we haven't played enough lately. So, but we've played enough now in the 2-0. Oh, we're just easing in things. All right, just gonna fold here. No point chasing, or at least being value betted there. If he was short stack, we could probably jam. I think he was short stack. It was either a fold or we could jam it. And then he might call, chasing a flush, which did get there eventually, the full card flush as well. But I think a lot of weak aces were probably not going anywhere as well. Since he's short stacked, they get more married to their hands, so to speak. And some people will have a tighter range and they'll only play, the premium hands from that position. But I don't think he had a premium hand, but I think he at least had an ace. He had many hands that beat us. Let's just say that. He had ace and maybe a flush. We had second pair. We pocket kings. Alright, go 3-bet here with ace 5 offsuit. We're in the position. Doesn't 4-bet. Many people will fold rather than 4-bet there as well. Gonna try and steal with ace 6. If he does raise, we're gonna try and 4-bet though. But the trick is not to 4-bet too high. So then it doesn't cost us too much. I'm gonna call, get a backdoor flush. We absolutely get no help though. Okay, gonna throw 5 cents into the wind there. See if he calls. He raises us quite high. So I'm gonna let go. So that's the trick. I mean, we try and min bet though. And if he calls, we beat him. If he raises, he's definitely got ace beat there. And maybe he's throwing in his ace, with a good kicker as a bluff. But we can't beat those type of bluffs. And he might have even had a straight there as well. We're not willing to pay to find out. If you get a 3-bet light, it's probably best against someone from a later position as well. I'm going to call behind here. It's only 11 cents more. We do have position as well. Alright, I'm going to call here. You could have ace king. Now, if he throws in a bigger bet, like 40 cents, we're just getting out of the hand. Yeah, there we go. You'll have a hand like that. It's just hard to call. If he threw another 10 cents, maybe, or 15 cents, 20 cents, maybe we can call, but just knowing that if he's hit his king, he might not let go. Alright, we're in a position with king 9. Got second pair. I'm going to min bet here. Can't even get that. Okay. Sometimes pocket pair might call. A weaker pocket pair, obviously. Maybe it was a bad min bet. I don't think we're ever getting called by worse there. And if we check, maybe we induce a bluff. Jack 6 is gone. The other idea is what we can do is we can also just let the cashback just keep going up, and then we just use, we can use just for fun, just use the cashback for higher buy-in. but we'll have to be completely disciplined. Also, another thing we can do is try and play as much as we can and try and get the tournament dollars. I think at the moment what we're doing is working. As long as we don't have to lean on the cashback to keep our money going up, I think we'll be fine. Because at the moment we're at Octopus, 30% cashback, I think it is. We did have Killer Whale, but unfortunately, or that time, well, fortunately, I did get a lot of overtime, so we stopped playing poker at that time. And that was 50% cashback. I think it's going to hurt missing all that cashback. But we've got about 7 months of Octopus, 30% cashback, which we're going to lose, by the way, because we're not playing enough to get that much. If we need to keep that level, I'm going to call here just because we've got a gutter plus a backdoor flush draw, 7-5. Okay, hit a pair. Still got a flush draw. No, straight draw, so cool. Could probably have argued the raise there as well. I'm going to let go. He's probably just fishing with an ace there. Just trying to bait us to call. But yeah, that's another thing we can do is... But we'll have to go up in the ratings or in the higher buy-ins if we want to keep Octopus. So hopefully a lot can change in 7 months. So hopefully if we quietly grind along, we could probably get to maybe 10 NL by then, depending how we play. As long as we keep playing solid and have more winning sessions than losing, obviously, we should be able to go up the ratings by then. But we want to make sure we've got enough bankroll to hold and give us a decent chance. We got a 3-bet here, like against the late cutoff. We get called. Just going to check here. I don't think we're... If we get bet into... I'm actually going to let this go. It seems really silly, but I'm going to let it go. Because there's a call, someone betting into us. So donk betting and then someone calling. So I think top pair, good kicker is not going to be good enough against the multi-way pot. Obviously, someone could be flushing or blushing. And then the flush does get there as well. So I think we did make the right choice. Also, you could probably have a set as well. You could have a set of 9s there. Someone could have hit better than that. But we didn't have like top pair, top kicker. But even in a multi-way pot, probably safe to fold there as well. Even though it seems quite tight. I mean, it's just a 1-pair hand. You've got to be able to let them go if you're going to go and be a winning player. But there's a time and place to let them go. There's a time and place to shove over the top. Not everything is absolute. Need to make sure. I'm going to bet this because we've got the initiative here. Also, we've got a king if it comes out. Going to check behind, get a free card. We do have an open ender. Unfortunately, didn't get there. I think minimum he's got a queen. But we gave ourselves the best chance to have the best hand there. And we did bet on the flop. So even if we did hit our card on the river, definitely could have. Oh, depending on what card we hit, the king, I think it was the king, it's quite a scare card. But if it's the other card, we could have been dominated in that he could have had a bigger straight. So there's a lot of pros and cons there. So king comes out, we might have to min bet or at least third bet the pot, hoping he pays his queen. Okay, we've got a set of 6s. I'm just going to call behind. We've got another guy there. Hopefully he bets 30 cents. We'll just call behind again. I got a bet 20. I mean, nothing extraordinary here. What could be going on? I mean, you bet 20 and out of 3 players, the pot does get quite big. 9.5. Okay, so he got. This is a big pot. $2 is pretty good for a 2 pair. So we're happy with that. Didn't need to overbet. The more people in the pot, a lot easier the pot builds up. All right, we got the ace in position. If full bets us, it puts us in an awkward spot though. I'm definitely shoving flops there if he's betting into us. If he's still in there, that is. It is a gambling hand, but it's a fun hand. Trying to steal with 9-3, but looks like he's got a call. Okay, we got the steal. Don't know what he's thinking about. You're either playing it or you're not. At this level, there's not enough information on players. Players just don't stick around enough. People either go up or they just quit. Because the rake actually kills a lot of players on this level. And it's a silent killer. It's probably hurting us too. Because if you look at your history on the graph, I forget what it's called. There's a app within GG Poker that tells you, it tells you your history and what you're winning on, losing on, and all that stuff. Excuse me. And you'll find that even if you're slightly losing, you'll be in the green, and it's because the rakeback's actually getting you. So you have to win a certain amount, obviously, a little bit more than usual to keep up the rank, the rack, rake. Can't talk properly, sorry. And hopefully you guys had a good New Year's, by the way. But Queens, hit the set, but it's unfortunate to get a call with 6 cents there. If he checks into us, we're betting the ace. Just using position with the sevens. Nice. And 6 is gone. Ace 5 suited. Definitely an open. Definitely a 3 bet if we wanted to. I'm just going to call. Just because we're not dominated with the flush. No diamond is not great. Gotta do a little bit. If he calls, then we just check behind. We made our money when he missed the flush. Alright, he got tens. I don't think he's calling on the river. But we made our money on the turn. I got a little rule too. If you can't raise the hand, usually you fold the hand. That's why we folded Queen Jack. Especially out of position, you got to be dominated a lot. You got to be out of position a lot. And those hands will cost you a lot of money. So a lot of people might think, oh, that's too tight. But out of position, you can afford to be tighter because it's so much harder to get paid out of position compared to in a position. All right, I've got no heart. I'm going to let this one go. Uncle Van is going to win this one. We weren't planning on making a play. Going to do a squeeze with King 10 suited though. We do make this play quite a lot. Usually do it with a strong ace, like an ace jack. or a king as well. That's fine. Ace jack suited, beautiful. We will four bet if need be. It's gonna run. We're just gonna keep betting here, like just hope he didn't have the flush. And if he had king jack or queen jack, he's definitely paying us probably all the way, unless another club comes out. Another club on the river would definitely kill the action. Okay. If he checks to us, we're betting this. Definitely using position there. Nice. Ace 10, we're out of position, gonna fold. I mean, we could typically four bet there if you know the opponent. He three bet 6%, so he's a solid player. But if someone like three bets with 3%, you know that they're gonna be top heavy with their hand. But that guy had 2,700 hands against us, so I think with 6%, you know, if you do your homework, you could actually work out what's 6% of the hands. Oh, okay. We got the we got the flip out buying. Got to put that in the background. We've got 193.1 buy-ins. We would definitely like to win that one. That would be absolutely amazing if we win that one. And we'll definitely move up the rate. The buy-ins are the we'll have a higher bankroll. Let's just say that. I don't know why I can't talk today. Sorry, guys. It's just I guess I had a big night last night. I had a few drinks because it was New Year's Eve yesterday. Had some bourbon. In the comments, if you got this far in the video, let me know what you actually drink. What's your favorite drink? Did you actually drink? Did you not drink? What did you guys do? Did you go see the fireworks? Did you go to the city? Did you go to the casino? Did you play some poker? I got a three bet here against the. Ooh. Hopefully just calls, but if four bets, we're folding. All right, definitely continuing the bet here since we had a backdoor flush and we had an open ender. Got paid. He folded, so that was fine. Ace two, probably gonna let this go, especially against someone like middle position there. Queen 10, probably could have argued the full bet, but pretty light. Really depends on the player if you're going to do that. You know, if someone three bets light with, any ace suited, when you four bet and they've, got a high ace low kicker, then they can fold to a four bet. You need a stronger hand to call than to raise with. That's one of the golden rules in poker. You need to make sure you can actually beat them if you get a call. But to raise, you can get folds, which is why they say aggressive poker is the best. King, queen, nice. Second table's slowly going up in value now, which is good. So far a winning session. I think we're about $3 up, which will be good. So we'd be sitting about 75, 76 now, cruising our way to $80. So these small little wins. We try to ignore the fact that, we're going to shut down all that thinking in the background and just worry about the hands. Just trying to go for the steals. We're just trying to worry about the small decisions right in front of us at the time, and everything else is a bonus. If we end up winning with a winning session, it's just a bonus. As long as we make the right choices in the hand, we'll be fine. But you can't play perfect poker all the time. Eventually, everyone tilts. Everyone's going to have it. And we did have we did play about 2 or 3 hands tilted. I think in the second video we posted just recently. So, and then we actually ended up finishing the session. I think just down $1 or something. I think it was because not much was happening in that table on the 2 tables. And then we, not long after that too, we had another session. So we had one session where we weren't winning. We weren't getting cards at all. All our premium hands were not getting paid. Our sets weren't hitting. Nothing was going on. And then we did hit. We had the second best hand. It was just very slow. It was just such a grind. So we ended up finishing that session after we tried to create something out of nothing, and we quickly lost like 2 hands. So then we quit the session after I think it was 2 or 3 hands. I think it was pocket queens that was the nail in the coffin that day, and then it was the day after I think it was that we tried 4 tables, and then we didn't realize we actually lost like $6 in a session. That's what happens when you play 4 tables. You can quickly lose everything. All right, we can represent the ace with the 8s. If he hasn't got an ace, he's folding here a lot of the times. So that's the way you play your medium pocket pairs. Queen's trying to hold up. If he's got ace jack, he's paying us. Definitely going to bet here. Going to go for probably just a cheeky check on the river. If he bets into us here, I think we can find the fold. So he jams us here. I think we can find a fold here. He just needs a 9. Queen 9 gets there. The flush gets there. We're going to let it go. There's a flush there, you can see. So yeah, I think that's a very disciplined fold there. The pocket queens. Don't think anyone's ever bluffing there with so much danger on the board. We could have easily had aces there as well. Probably should have thrown a bet in here. I'm going to throw a half bet. Hopefully calls. Not like through. Now I'm going to 3-bet lightly with 10-9. Just going to use position. I'm going to call here. It's going to be very loose, but we do have position. If he's got queens or jacks, he's definitely checking here. Going for the free card. I'm going to throw a bet in, see if he folds. Okay, maybe we should have thrown in a bet on the turn, and then the river would have worked a bit better. 2 pair works here. All right, so we probably could have bet the turn, then bet the river. 20 cents just looks like we're donating. Probably didn't bet enough. All right, 4 betting light, going for the steal. A lot of people will 3-bet against a small blind, then they got position. Could have probably 3-bet there with those 3 offsuit as well. It's another spot against the cutoff. Got a gut shot. All right, hit a pair. Checks here. We could be in good form. Ace Jack definitely. It's a flush draw, so I got to bet it. All right, gotta let go. Put the card down. Probably could argue the call there since we had a pair and a draw. And the way he bet quite strong too, he might have paid us off. So I think we could have called, but I think folding is fine. I mean, hindsight's a great thing, isn't it? No one knows exactly what cards are coming out. I didn't go there. Pocket threes. Definitely raising pocket threes here. Hopefully the button folds. Then we can rep aces and kings. And then if we do hit a three, hopefully we built the pot up enough and we're in position as well. So now we can actually rep the king. So it looks like we've got ace king. He's going to fold, hopefully. If he doesn't have a king, he could have a flush draw as well. But anyway, until you play small pocket pairs. That's a way. You don't have to play them that way. You can just call behind and then just set mine as well. But sometimes those little wins, they do accumulate. Against a small blind, I'm more likely to fold, especially against a short stack as well, because there's big chance that we're going to end up having to go all in with a mediocre hand. Okay, against the dealer button, go a 3-bet. Hopefully he folds. Probably should have checked the turn. We're only getting called there by better. Yeah, he could have had us dominated quite easily. Probably a little bit reckless. No, 9-7. Beats 6-2. He checks. Let's try and get stacks in. Oh, okay, he doesn't. Nice turn card for us, though. Would like to double up and probably end the session right about now. Go for the steal. Nice. All right, going for the squeeze. King Jack offsuit. The Home Alone hand, jacking off. The good old Home Alone hand. Good they didn't 4-bet though. We've got a gutter, so we've got to bet this. Hopefully he fold. They both fold. Or we hit our queen. Just gonna jam it. Let's do it. Calls. And we get money. Beautiful. And even if we were behind, we were going for a flush as well. All right, so that was a nice little boost. All right, let's see how we're going. I think we're going to stop the session right there. Take the win. Don't deal me in. What am I doing? All right, fold. Let's have a look and see what we've got. We're currently at 77.19. Okay, so we've gone up to about $4, which is a good session. We did lose a total buy-in, the $2 with the queens up against aces, which does happen. So as you can see, it's not a real big deal. You just need to maintain just these small choices. It's those small hands like your pocket pairs, like pocket threes, pocket fives, ace 10, ace jack, queen jacks. It's all your marginal hands. That's the difference between a winning player and a losing player. What do? Are you winning those hands? It's not when you've got aces and you're up against kings and they hit a king on the river and they don't. That doesn't destroy you. What destroys you is your decisions with marginal hands and playing out of position, just being undisciplined, making too many calls. We did make some disciplined folds as well. So on the river, so we did some good hand reading. Probably one or two hands there where we probably could have made a play, especially that guy that didn't bet on the turn. He checked to us on the turn. If we bet the turn, bet the river, he was definitely going to go. But you got to remember, don't make yourself go crazy, because knowing the results and knowing what they've got after is much easier knowing how to play rather than not knowing what they have and maybe they're just quietly playing a monster and you're just going to give them free money. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode. See you.